long time ago, in an industry far, far away, arcade cabinets gave birth to consoles in an attempt to bring the experience to the comfort of your living room. They have since then crashed but were revitalized unexpectedly by the innovators of the industry. You can't deny the impact that they made to your gaming lives. You've definitely owned or still own one of them. Regardless, the numbers don't lie and sales are attributed to their success. Welcome to Playcast. In this video, we rank the top 10 best-selling consoles of all time. Number 10. Atari 2600. The Atari 2600 is the console that put Atari's name on the map. It was wildly successful, and during much of the early 1980s, Atari was synonymous with video games in general. It earned Nolan Bushnell the recognition as one of the founding fathers of the video game industry and introduced a whole new medium of entertainment. It sparked wildfire that saw an influx of companies dedicated solely to video games. Number 9. Nintendo 64. Although not as high on the list as many fans would hope, the Nintendo 64 brought the most numbers of innovations during its time. It was the first ever console to implement a rumble feature on its controller. Atari may have used the first ever joystick, but Nintendo 64 had the first true analog stick. It has forever laid the template for 3D games to come, and its influence resonates up to the present day. Number 8. Sega Genesis. Beating the Nintendo 64 in terms of sales is the Sega Genesis. This is one of those instances where Genesis does what Nintendo don't. A shout out to all Sega fans out there who witnessed one of the fiercest console wars ever. The only console that gave Nintendo a run for its money, Sega showed everyone that they don't need a Nintendo paradigm to succeed. They simply had to do the exact opposite to win. Number 7. The Super Nintendo. Sega's moment in the limelight, however, saw a limited run when the SNES delivered great games year by year, slowly stealing its crown. From platformers, RPGs to action games, the SNES, or Super Nintendo, hatched classic after classic video game materials. Sega's blast processing fell short to the Nintendo's Mode 7 graphics. But nonetheless, it was a pretty close fight and fans were still divided into two camps for years to come. Number 6. Nintendo Entertainment System. In the early 80s, the video game industry was littered with terrible games and consoles alike. The industry was dying and was considered nothing more than a mere fad that came and went. Until Nintendo came down from the heavens with their Nintendo Entertainment System. The house that Mario built single-handedly revived and revitalized the gaming industry with fun and innovative video game titles. Number 5. PlayStation 3. I'm just as surprised as you are to see a system that launched for $600 make it this far. In part of price cuts and great exclusive games, Sony was able to ship a steady stream of PS3s in our living rooms. Most developers hated this system as it was difficult to program with. Despite all the odds being against it, the price drops and the arrival of great exclusive games grabbed the much-needed attention of gamers. Number 4. Xbox 360. With such a minuscule lead, Sony fans didn't want to recognize that the 360 bested the cell processor-toting PS3. Released in 2005, gamers tasted what a next-gen platter is like a full year before competition arrived. It improved upon everything that made its predecessor great and inherited Xbox Live, the go-to place for console online gaming, and puts the PlayStation Network to shame. Number 3. Wii. What a stupid name. Seriously. To the competition, motion controls was but a gimmick. The Wii Remote proved otherwise. Living up to its code name, it was truly a revolution, educating the PS3 and 360 that power isn't everything. It's the software that drives hardware sales, as proven time and time again. The winner of the 8th generation console war is also responsible for destroying a lot of TV sets, and Wii Remote related injuries. Number 2. PlayStation. Did you know that the PlayStation was supposed to be a joint project of Nintendo and Sony? When Mario decided to axe the partnership, Sony made a stand and went toe-to-toe against the behemoth of the industry, that is Nintendo. This breakup also led to the rise of recognizable non-Nintendo games. Competing against the Nintendo 64 and Sega Saturn, Sony reigned supreme, with affordability and great games catalog. Number 1. PlayStation 2. It killed the Dreamcast and bashed the Xbox and GameCube's head so hard, they forgot who they were. Yet another testament to the fact that innovation and not processing power determines a great console. Showcasing a DVD drive, the PS2 can play not only games but also movies. That was uber cool at the time. You can't really disagree, as nothing says cool like 155 million units. The PlayStation 2 went on to become the best-selling video game console, and the rest is history. And there you have it, the top 10 best-selling consoles of all time. You suddenly feel the urge to play with those systems, eh? Well, that's because the power of nostalgia compels you. Please check the other videos in this channel to have more fun. Feel free to like, comment, and share this video, and of course, kudos to those who subscribe. This is Playcast. Thanks for watching the video. You are awesome!